Welcome back to Women Off-Road Warriors, the podcast where grit, gear, and growth come together. I'm April with my co-hosts, Lily and Chrissy.
What's
How are y'all? And today's guest is real. She's learning as she goes. She's bringing all of us along for the ride. We are excited to welcome Deb from Beaman Builds.
Hey,
Hi, Deb.
Thanks for
Love to
having
have
me. Appreciate
you.
it.
So excited to get to know all about your builds and all about
Yes.
family life and just everything. So we can't wait to share. But before we do that, let's spill the tea. Kicking off where we talk real life, behind the scenes, chaos, and what's been going on off the trail. Who wants to go first?
April, you need to go first. Where have you been?
Oh
I
my
know.
gosh. Where have I not been? My daughter literally sent a picture out to one of her friends and she was on a horse riding it in Arizona. And they said, first of all, where's the Jeep? Second of all, where the heck are you? You are everywhere but homes.
That's the best life.
I mean, it's just been crazy. So from South Carolina to California back to South Carolina. We took a southern route, we took a northern route, and we went through every state in the lower half except Louisiana. So
You did not miss much.
I did not miss my. And I actually went to Louisiana before, so I did the New Orleans thing when I was younger. But
Yeah.
so we saw and did a whole lot. Pretty much stopped somewhere in every single state and did something either just one of those dream things you want to do. Like her bucket list was to ride a horse on the side of a canyon.
Wow.
And so we did it. So
That
was
is
a lot
so
of
awesome.
fun. But yeah.
What was your
did-
favorite? Your favorite
Honestly,
part?
I think I'll have to say riding the horse because that actually wasn't on my bucket list to do. And okay, so we went off-roading in Moab, which that was crazy on my bucket list, and I really wanted to do that. That was the main goal of the trip. But then riding the horse, it was like off-roading but without a Jeep.
Yeah.
I was like, what the actual... I mean, we were going up and down some crazy stuff, and this horse was handling it like nobody's business.
Are you going to get a horse now?
I might. I just might. If y'all start seeing me posting up a horse, you
Still following. I'm still going to support. I got you.
Although, funny story, when I was younger, I did have a pony at my grandpa's house. And I used to ride him all the time. But yeah, we definitely, love that. The country farm life. So
yes.
a lot
definitely.
of fun. But yeah.
What's funny is that Wes and I actually sold the horses so that we could get into Jeeps. So we had horses
really?
too. Yeah.
That's crazy. I
so
didn't
cool that
realize.
you got to ride. That's fun.
That is a great story. Who knew?
I've rode a horse once in my life, and it was too long ago for me to even really remember. I mean, it wasn't anything.
It's an adventure. Well, how about you, Chrissy? What have you been up to?
So we celebrated one of the grandbaby's 3rd birthdays here this weekend. We just had a little cake and pool time at the house. And then we learned, I actually just put it on my story, that we have 2 plum trees in the backyard. And we didn't figure this out until we realized that the raccoons had figured it out. And we only have like 4 plums left out of 2 trees. But they are literally like the best plums I've ever had in my life. Like they're better than anything you're going to find in the grocery store. And the raccoons came and ate all of them. All but 4.
What?
Like, I mean, I can't blame them. There's pits from the plums all over the backyard where they just like split. They just spit the pits out and ate all of the plums. And I'm like, these were so good. Like they were so good. But other than that, no, we've just been chill.
Okay, I do not remember, but I miss you, girl. I miss you, girl. Like I have to think, like, what did I do? I can't remember. But I went to the gym today. I was working out. I went to pick up my sister. We were there. It's been a
Nice.
while since I went to the gym, but yes. But I can tell you what we're gonna do this weekend. We have a race that we have to shoot, so we're gonna be doing that from 6 to 10 p.m.
Nice.
Fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot. So like, you're just gonna, how racers they have like stations where they stop. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be going to each station, like following them. They're gonna do a 50-mile
Fun.
run.
Whew,
That's
Lord.
so cool.
Lord.
Which
Yeah.
race is it? Do you know the name?
It's called the Freedom 50. I don't know if you see me sometimes I advertise it on my Instagram a little bit. So
Very
that's what we do on this
fun.
weekend.
That's cool.
I can tell you the plans that
Right.
I have for the future, but I don't remember what happened.
Live in the past anyway, right?
Yeah,
we
we should
don't.
wait
We
for-
don't.
There you go.
How about you,
Yes.
Deb?
Well, I did
Anything
start on
fun?
my sleep too.
Well,
I
that
saw
was
Look
good.
at that. I forgot to tell y'all.
love it.
I'm not
partners.
done all the way, but yeah. So
There, that
I
looks
forgot.
awesome.
I did start that. I usually put stuff
My
on my
first-
Instagram, but I'm so far behind on all of it.
You and me
Right.
both.
Deb's turn. I do want to know, what have you been doing, Deb, that we haven't got to see yet?
I feel like you've seen most of the stuff, but I guess the most fun was yesterday was our youngest son, Troy. It was his birthday. He turned 17
happy
yesterday. So we had
birthday.
all the family over and hung out and everything. We were trying to get his brake lines fixed. He's got a Miata that the brakes keep like seizing up on him. And so like all the kids like pitched in to like buy him all new like parts and everything. So Wes,
nice.
Connor, and everybody was out there like trying to get it all fixed up. And so this is all about tea, right? So spilling the tea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit of fun for you. So for his birthday, he ended up going on a hike with his girlfriend, and we let him use our Civic because his Miata is down, right? Well, he came back and I walk outside and the twins are outside and I'm just like, why is the Civic all wet? So it looked like he was washing it, right?
Boy.
And they're like, we're gonna let him tell you what happened. And I'm like, that is never a good thing to hear.
No.
So I start walking around the Civic and there's scratches all the way down the side. There's a crack on the front bumper. And yeah. So he was supposed to go to like this trailhead where it was just a paved road all the way up to the top. Oh no, he went the wrong way. He went up like this dirt road. He was like off-roading in our Civic.
In their Civic.
Ends up getting like into a tight spot and he like got it jammed up against a rock or something. I don't know. But I'm just like, I should have just given him the Jeep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's
Oh,
kind of fun though. Someday you'll look back on that and laugh a little bit harder than you
already
might
am
be
laughing
laughing
about it.
now.
I'm
Okay,
already.
good. That's good. That's good.
It
That's good.
fits. It fits. If you're in an off-road family, you just kind of understand those things a lot easier than
It's
someone
gonna
who's
happen.
not.
Yep.
It's gonna
Yep.
happen. It's gonna happen.
That's so crazy. I'm sure he felt bad. Y'all were
did.
like, it's
He really
okay.
It's okay.
Absolutely.
So
It's okay.
speaking of family and such, Deb, you and your husband are building Beaman Builds together. Take us back to the beginning though. How did it all start from the garage time and into building a brand together?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Wes is a YouTube fanatic, right? So every single Saturday morning for the entire like 20 years that we've been together, I swear, he's been watching like YouTube. So he watches diesel trucks, he'll watch Jeeping videos, he'll watch all these kind of stuff. And I'm just not a YouTube connoisseur. I never watch YouTube, but that is his thing. He has been building vehicles for years and years and years. He's even before I met him, he built his first vehicle when I think he was like 15 or something like that. And when I met him, that's kind of what he did was he flipped cars and that's how he bought my engagement ring. He bought this Range Rover or something and flipped it, and that's how he bought my engagement ring. So he's always been about building vehicles, right? And as the kids were getting a little bit older, it was like, okay, well, what do I do with my life? Like he's always out in the shop, which by the way used to be a barn for my horses. And once we sold those for vehicles and stuff, he quickly converted it to a shop. He was always out in the shop, and I was always kind of inside with the kids and hanging out with them. And as they were moving out, it's like, well, what do I do with my life? Like I need to have some sort of hobby, right? And he's like, well, why don't we just start a YouTube channel? And I'm like, I don't know anything about YouTube. Like, I don't even know how to make videos. I've never made a video in my life. And so he's just like, well, I mean, it's something that, he had built like the Wesicon. It'd take him 3 years to build. It's an amazing vehicle. I love this
Yes,
vehicle.
it
And
is.
I am kicking myself that we didn't document it better. And so that was the thing that bought me in that, okay, so the whole Wesicon build, we never documented. We had already picked up an 2004 Dodge Ram that he wanted to completely restore. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just document the journey. And it's been absolutely amazing. Like, I hang out with him out in the shop, I record, I try to make these videos, and trust me, it's been a steep learning curve, but it's been absolutely amazing to be out there building these things, taking them off road. So like the Wesicon, the Debicon, all the upgrades that we do to them. Our motto is build stronger so you can play harder. So basically, all of the upgrades that we do to our vehicles, it's like we upgrade them, then we test them. And if we break, we bring it back and we upgrade them some more, we fix them. We do how-to videos, we do like whole build series, we do like Jeeping adventures, all that kind of stuff. And it's been an amazing hobby to have together as a couple. Like, I've never felt so close to my husband as I do now. Like, Wes and I, we're like
That's
Oh,
2
awesome.
peas in a pod now. We are always together, like, and it's almost like we're both rowing the same direction. And so it's just been an amazing journey. Yeah.
I love that for you. I
Yeah.
do. I think you're doing really good with your videos, by the way. I know you said steep learning
Ew.
curve, but and I saw you comment somewhere else
yeah,
too, like
you're
you
doing
don't
great.
use templates at all. You do all the transitions on your own, correct?
Hey, no, 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 I don't know.
No.
I definitely use some templates, but I am learning. So a lot of the shorts that I've been doing lately, especially on Side Piece, the truck, because he spent more time with the truck than me, so I named it Side Piece.
I was gonna ask
But
that.
I've been I've been learning about like beats of the music and putting it to transitions, and so I've been practicing it on my own. So yeah, I do use some templates, but I mean, you have to have the good clips to make those templates look good
Absolutely.
Yeah.
anywhere, and templates are an amazing way to start, but I am trying to do those all on my own now. So, yeah.
That's so
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I love your videos. I think you
I
do
do
a great
too.
job.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And y'all just look like you're having so much fun doing it
With
together
a
as
blast.
well. And, it's truly authentic. It's not just, let's put this out there. You can tell that you're really
Right.
living the life, you're loving each other, all the things. So, as a viewer, I definitely appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's
Appreciate
one
it.
thing I will say because I've actually had the privilege of being in person with Deb and Wes, and like what you see online is exactly what you have in person. And I actually say it's even better in person. They're really, really like down to earth, like amazing,
Love that.
humble, like the energy is just uplifting. Like we really enjoyed Moab with them. I didn't get to wheel with them, unfortunately. My problem child was being, well, the problem child that she normally is. So, and then I had to have it in the booth for show, but man, like it was an honor to get to hang out with you and Wes. It's not always that you get people like that in this industry, so it was very
Yeah.
refreshing for me. 100%.
The honor was 100% all ours. Like, we loved hanging out with you guys. It was such a pleasure to hang out with you. Like, we were so sad that you couldn't go out and hit the
I
trails with
know.
us. We totally get it. You need to do the whole booth thing and everything, but trust me, we're gonna have plenty more opportunities. And I
Yes.
was just so glad that we had that chance to really get to know each other and connect. So thank you. Thank you
Same.
so much.
Well, thank
Seriously.
you too. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good season. A good season.
Deb, I love what you're doing with your husband and on YouTube. I haven't had a chance to watch your videos, but I'm just curious on how you're doing the dynamics. So it's like you in camera, and he's in camera, and then you're recording and you editing. It's like your job to editing and then posting, and you're doing all the social media.
Yeah, basically. So to give you an example, a lot of times, like if he's out in the shop, he'll have like GoPros going and everything. And then I have like this daily, if you will, like a battle rhythm where I'll download all the assets that he has on there and then I will create videos off of those. Another thing that we've been doing that has been just absolutely amazing for us is TikTok lives. So in a nutshell, TikTok is one of those places where when you go live, it doesn't just go to your followers, it actually goes to a broader audience. And so it can grow your audience much quicker. And those have been absolutely amazing. And so yeah, I'm the person that is behind the camera when we're doing these TikTok lives. He's the one talking and interacting with people. I do answer a lot of questions when he's working. I'm trying to entertain these diesel guys.
That's
I don't know much about diesel myself. And I'm just like, I don't know what that means, guys. Help me out. But yeah, he's the one that is answering questions and everything. And I'm like moderating the comments and watching comments and yeah. So it's been an awesome dynamic where he has so much knowledge when it comes to building, when it comes to Jeeps, anything trucks, anything cars. I mean, he's got a 68 Camaro that he rebuilt, like LS engines, diesel engines, everything. And then I get all those assets and then I put it all together and package it and then manage all of our social media networks. So it's such a yin and a yang relationship where he does all this cool stuff and then I put it all together and put it out to the public.
That's
So
awesome.
You get to
it's
capture it
awesome.
all.
It's so
It's the
fun.
all-star team right
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Power
Yes.
couple is what that's called.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
I'm
very
curious.
cool.
I never really had a chance to do much of TikTok live because I got banned for it. They don't allow me on live anymore because
Wait, we need to start.
I'm
Were
saying.
you
I tell you,
driving?
it's
Don't be
because
driving when you're doing
I
TikTok
was
lives. I
playing
learned that.
Cars Against Humanity. You guys know that game?
Yep.
Yes.
That game's horrible. So I was playing it live, and I don't remember what I even say about it. Probably was, I don't know, some joke about Asia or something like that. I didn't like it. The ban. I can never go live again on TikTok.
That is a
But I don't
wild.
know.
I didn't even think TikTok had standards like that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
100%
Yes.
they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
There
a
are
big
words
TikTok
that you
user,
can't
but
use.
yes, they do.
I don't either. Like I post a video and I ghost. I'm terrible on the talk. I need to get better.
But that's how I started. So I love that you're using TikTok as an audience as well. And you're using that tool because that's how I started on Instagram. I started on TikTok first. And then I noticed a lot of my followers from TikTok, they were going to my Instagram as well from what I was posting on TikTok. And it's like, sharing, I guess. But let's talk about your rigs.
Yes.
We know that you have some killer builds, but which one is your favorite? What are you working on right now? And which one give you the most trouble?
Okay. Everyone's just going to assume that I'm going to say that my favorite is Debicon. I love Debicon. That is my Jeep. So it's a 2021 Eco Diesel Jeep. And I love her. She takes really, really good care of me. I don't take care of her fenders at all, but that's a joke. But I will say my favorite might surprise most people, and it's actually the Wesicon. And that is because I saw Wes tear that Jeep down all the way down to the chassis and build it up. And he spent 3 years building it. And he's put so much heart into that vehicle that I just absolutely love it. When we were out at Winter 4x4 Jamboree, Wes actually rolled his Jeep when we were out there. And thankfully, I'm so glad that Wes and Angel, who were in the vehicle, were not injured and everything. But it went to show that he built a tank of a vehicle. Like he built that roll cage, he built everything on that thing. And when I saw that Jeep roll, and after, of course, they're okay, everybody is okay. I may have shed a tear or two that it's like that
yeah.
was our baby. That was our Jeep that he worked so hard to build. So there's very much an emotional connection. I always thought that at some point we would like sell it, maybe make back some of the money that we spent on parts for it, but I would never let him sell that ever,
Yeah.
ever, ever, ever. Like that is our baby. That is our baby. And maybe once we've torn apart Debicon as much as we have the Wesicon, then maybe I'll have that same like emotional connection and attachment to it, but it's the Wesicon. So Wesicon's my favorite. The project that we're building right now is Side Piece. So that's our 2004 Dodge. And he's doing the exact same thing, tearing it all the way down to the chassis, and he's rebuilding it from the ground up. The engine that's in it is a 6.7 diesel, and the engine actually comes out of a mining cart, which sounds so like it's wild, right? So what was in it before was a 5.9 before. The 5.9 engine, the number one cylinder was totally like destroyed. So we had already picked up the 6.7 block, and we have completely rebuilt it from the ground up. Really, the frame and the cab and everything are the originals, but when it comes down to all the components, like the rods, the pistons, the injectors, everything is new, completely new. And he has a goal. So he made himself a wildly, what is that? The BHAG, big audacious goal that he would have it done by June 28th, which is Whitley Diesel Truck Fest. And he made this goal back in like February when it was still a frame on that was sitting out on our lawn, right? And I'm like, you're gonna have that done and ready to go on the dyno, 100
Yeah.
horsepower in June? Like, you're crazy.
Right.
But no, he's been going to work every day, coming home and building it up. And there's some nights that we're up till 3 a.m. doing it. We dropped the engine on the chassis at 3 a.m. during a TikTok live, and
Wow.
we just put the cab on it. We have 35 days left until Whitley Diesel Truck Fest, and we are gonna smack that number. We're gonna blow 1,200 away. We're probably gonna be like 1,400, and that's before nitrous.
So cool.
I'm thinking like when like diesels in the mountains in September rolls around, we're gonna use the nitrous and try to maybe push 2,000. So that's what we're working on right now.
That's awesome.
Goosebumps. I'm so
That's-
excited for you.
Yeah.
I'm so excited too, trust me.
That's really cool. So I assume he's out in the garage right now as we speak.
While we've been on this, I heard him come in, and so I'm sure he's out there right now. And once we finish this, I'll be going out there and starting a
Yep.
TikTok live. So
I
So
love
can you
that for y'all.
share with us some like learning experience that you had like maybe anything they had failed maybe in the moods they
so I actually posted a reel of this. It is so hard to see Wes struggle, right? Like your heart just like wrenches for him. So he was building up the engine, and after you put in the crank, you put in the rods and the pistons and everything, and he's so meticulous. He measures everything, right? So one of the measurements is, now I'm not a diesel person, so this is just all stuff that I've learned. So if I get any of this wrong, don't blame me. He's doing these measurements, and one of the measurements is the protrusion of the piston. So after everything's in, he's measuring to make sure that the piston protrudes out of the block, right? And he goes and turns it, and it's way, way, way under, right? And he's just like, I don't understand what's going on, right? And so he was like thinking, oh, maybe it's a maybe the rods that we had were the short rods, right? So he tore the engine down completely. Now, mind you, he had already built it all the way up, which already like takes an entire day, right? He tore it down, put in new rods, and tried it again. And again, it was short. And he did this like 3 times. And I remember it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm out in the shop with him, and he's turning it, he's turning the crank, and you can see the piston go come up, and he's got his measuring tool there, and he's waiting for it to protrude out, and it doesn't. And I'm like, he's either going to cry or throw a piston through the wall at this point. But it was like that disappointment on his face, just like that total defeat. Like, I've tried this 3 times and I don't know what's going on. So we get Chat GBT into this, and we start like taking pictures, like, what could this be? We had no idea what this could be. We ended up taking a picture. Now, mind you, we already had a 5.9 crank from the 5.9 build, or the 5.9 engine that came in this truck in the first place. We didn't need another 5.9 crank. What we needed was a 6.7 crank, which we ordered. They sent us the crank, and what we found is we took a picture of the serial number. ChatGPT looked it up and said that's a 5.9 crank. We ordered a 6.7, they sent us a 5.9, which would make it, if you understood all this, you would understand that it's a smaller crank, which would make it not protrude. So he found another 6.7 crank, drove up early in the morning and grabbed it, came back before I was even awake and rebuilt it for the 4th time.
Jeez.
Now, mind you, this is like 2 weeks ago. Like this just happened,
Just happened.
right?
Wow.
And put it in, and finally, I remember him turning it, and it was like finally had that protrusion, right? And it was just one of those wins, right? It's like finally we were able to figure it out. Like it wasn't his fault. Like he didn't know that he was given a wrong crank. There was no way for him to know that he was given a wrong
Right.
crank. If you have a 5.9 and
Right.
a 6 next to each other, you cannot tell them apart. And so it was just seeing that defeat on his face, just my heart just broke for him, right? But I was so glad to see just he got kicked down over and over and over, but he just kept standing up and just like, I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again. To me, that's the definition of courage. That's the definition of resiliency
I
right
love
there.
that.
So
I love
that's
I
been the
agree.
hardest thing for us so
That's
far.
awesome that y'all figured that out. I
Yeah.
watched that one and I was like, I loved like his face at the end was just kind of like, I knew I went crazy. Like, I know what I'm doing. This is not making sense. Now
Yeah.
it makes sense. Yeah, that was a good reel. I was like, what? I didn't quite understand it because I don't know the mechanics, but I understood the gist of it. So,
Right.
yeah, his face at the
It's a
end
double
was
R-shaped.
priceless.
Do you have any like dream builds now that the kids are older? Like any dreams that you want to do? Any plans for the future?
Well, if you're talking builds, it's the build that he's doing right now, because the build that he's doing right now is like everything is brand new, everything is the best of the best, and this thing will be like an absolute monster. And you know what the best part about this truck is? And mind you, I have it on camera. I have witnesses
I
to
know.
it. This truck that he's building, side piece, it's mine. It's mine.
Ooh.
That's amazing.
That's
I
right.
like it.
That's right.
I love it.
So yeah, that is it is the dream build, and I've had a lot of people on TikTok, a lot of big brands and everything saying that this is probably one of the best builds that they've seen. So
Very
we're really
cool.
excited about it. So this right now, what we're doing is our dream builds.
I love
One
it.
to
Maybe we'll
watch.
do something bigger and better after that, but we'll see. After this will probably be Debicon 3.0. We still need to do a roll cage. We still need to do skid plates. We still need to do sliders. We need to do a bunch of stuff with
Yeah.
Debicon. So maybe Debicon will turn into
Yeah.
the dream build, but right now it's side piece.
Very cool.
I
It never
remember
stops, does
him
it?
not arguing that. So I do remember that side piece was yours. And so you have witnesses to that. He did not
Oh, yeah.
argue that statement in
He did
person.
not.
No, he did not at all.
I make sure to bring it up every TikTok live, and people know. People know.
They know.
That's
He
good. That's
never
smart. Documentation everywhere is always a
Yeah,
good
It is.
thing.
100%. 100%.
So let's talk dirt then, Deb. What have you learned from hitting the trails, and what is it like taking on all this adventure in a new phase of life with you and Wes?
I love hitting the trails with Wes. I'm so new to the sport. I really, really am. I think the first time that I actually off-roaded was with my coworkers. I want to say it was like a year and a half ago. And I broke out my back window, but it was a great experience because it opened the door to me getting into wheeling. I ended up going to Moab, not during Easter Jeep Safari, but last year. And we did like Poison Spider and Canes Creek. And so then Trail Hero was after that. That was my first time driving alone without him in the vehicle with me. And when he showed me what trails we were going to be doing, which were all 8 rated trails, and I had never really wheeled before in my life, I was really, really scared. And the thing that I've really learned about, you talk about getting dirty, hitting the dirt. I've learned to trust Wes, and I've learned to trust my vehicle. I used to look at like walls and be like, my Jeep can climb up that. Like, I can't believe it.
Right.
But now that I've done it so many times, it's like this thing is so much more capable than I ever gave it credit for, even before I did some of the modifications. When I took it out for Trail Hero, she was on 37s and had a 2.5-inch lift, and that was basically it. Since then, I went to the 40s. I went to the Sticky Mickeys. I re-geared it to 48. We put chromoly axles front and back. I know I need to do the RCVs. I get it. We need to do 1 tons. That is in DebitCon 3.0. Learning to trust your vehicle has been huge for me. And then I don't know just how much he supports me, and he's like my biggest cheerleader. When I go up this obstacle that like I'm super scared of, he's my biggest cheerleader, and he's the one that's like cheering for me at the very top. Like, I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. And it's just really
I
brought
love
us so
that.
much
That's
closer
cool.
together. So everything in the shop has brought us closer together. And then when we hit the trails together, it's just magic. I love it. I absolutely love it.
So I'm
I
fresh
love
off
that
of
for you.
Canes Creek. I have to ask, what were your thoughts on Canes Creek?
It was a gorgeous trail. It was a gorgeous trail. Now, I'm the kind of person that likes trails that are obstacle after obstacle. Canes Creek was more of like almost Sunday drive, almost, but Hamburger Hill was intense. I used to tell people that, what was it, Horseshoe Falls was my first time ever getting winched, but I forgot about Canes Creek. So I wanted to drive Hamburger Hill, and that is the very first time that I actually got winched. I forgot about that one. And it's terrifying because on one side you have this drop off that's like several hundred feet, right? And then you're on this vertical, and mind you, this is my very first vertical like climb that I've ever done before, and I just kept scooting over. I just wasn't on the right line, and I just was getting closer and closer to the edge, and I'm like, nope. So Wes, he winched me up, but that was gnarly. It was gnarly.
Yeah, we were very happy to find a winch point on that one. It was terrifying. We had Trailmater come and help out with the rig in front of us. They broke a tie rod right on top at the worst part of Hamburger Hill. So that was interesting and fun. We were there for a little while.
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't do it that way. I did it
Canes
only
Creek is
when.
fresh in my memory.
Yeah.
What did you do? What did you do, Lily? Because
I
I
went
know
out
you had
the other
experience there
way.
too.
So that trail.
You went down it.
Yeah, I went down. So,
we
and
went
also like
up.
with the gladiator going down.
That's what I was trying to
it's
figure
so
out.
Easy. Yeah, I didn't get any. It wasn't any hard or difficult for us because
I can't imagine going down it either.
It was
So I
just like
guess y'all went in the
gladiator
back
is
way.
so long. Like you
Yeah.
there, and you already have the front tires. So I was spotting down there. I wasn't driving though. That's why they did it good.
But I guess when Trailmater came to rescue, and they actually welded the tie rod right on spot on the canyon. They came in down. So yeah, we watched them come down, but we were coming up. So
Yeah.
Deb, I assume y'all were going up as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
It was.
I didn't
was
get to do that
adventurous.
one, so I have nothing on that.
It's
The ones like that are the ones that bother me because of my body lift. Like those are the ones that I always just question because I'm already like my Jeep is tall. Like it's super tall, but I also have the 2-inch body lift on it. So when it's stuff like that, I always worry about being top heavy and the flop backwards.
Yeah,
like if
let's
I could
just
get rid of the
say-
body lift, I'd be happy, but it's not. So there's just stuff I think I would back down from because of that.
Well, and unfortunately, there was no backing down because I seriously considered it. There was no side exit. It was, you just had to go. You had to go.
I don't know, Chrissy, like I've had the Debicon next to your Jeep before, and even with the 40s, yours towers over mine. I think you'd be fine. Just saying. I think you'd be fine.
She would definitely be fine.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
She would be fine.
Me,
It's
I was not fine.
I don't know.
fine.
We'll see. Hopefully, one of these days, I'll be able to give it a go. I feel like EJS has just poison spiders. Never been my friend. I've attempted that trail twice now, and both times I've gotten to the same spot and had to turn it around and come back. The first time was because everything was like so backed up, it was insane, and then this time because my check engine light started flashing. And come to find out, like my air filter had just completely come off. I think I told y'all about that. So we had to go to the BF garage because it was running, like they had to clear all the, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. EJS was a whole thing. But that's another time. It's fine.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest trail win and biggest trail lesson for you, Deb?
So I have this thing with heights. I'm not good. Like I can go on an airplane ride and stare out the window just because I know I'm safe and everything, but my biggest nemesis is being on any kind of like trails that have any sort of like drop off, right? And I remember when I was on Unforgiven, they call it death turn, right? And it puts you off camber to where you're staring down into this ravine. The ravine's only like, I don't know, 20 feet, maybe 15 feet. It's enough to roll for sure, but it was scary enough to where like I didn't sleep well the night before and I was stressing about it and everything. And we're talking 15 feet of a ledge, like not that big. Go to this trail and I did no research before it. I knew nothing about any of the obstacles. And we go and do Flatiron Mesa. And there's some good obstacles on there and everything. And we're having a lunch break and Gary was there with us. He was there like helping spot and everything. And we were asking him some questions about the trail. We're like, oh, are we done? And it's like, oh no, no, no. We're only like halfway through. The best is to come. And I'm like, oh, okay, so what else is next? And they're like, oh, you've got like Easter Egg Hill, and then he talks about what is it called? It's not coming to me right now, but it's the obstacle where you're going around this turn and you've got a rock and it's just wide enough for a Jeep to go through, and then there's a 1,000-foot cliff.
No.
Oh, that's
no.
a hard pass.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
My.
Hard pass.
I was like joking with Wes because Gary was just like, we're at our the halfway point, people who need to go back to town and everything. And I was like, hey, so I can go back to town. And Wes looks at me, he's like, you're not going back to town. You're going. You're gonna do this. And I remember walking up to this obstacle and people were already going around it. And I like my stomach's in my throat. Like I'm about to throw up looking at it. Like, trust me, the scenery is gorgeous. But to me, that is like, I just can't stomach it. And so we're going around and I know that I've made this reel about it. And freaking Reggie, she was just a riot while I was doing this. She wants to name my Jeep Inchworm.
Inchworm. I heard that commentary.
It literally took everything in my being to hit the gas pedal to even go forward because everything was seizing in me. Like I did not want to move at all. And I was laughing in this video just because laughing would help me not cry,
I understand
Yep.
so deeply.
I
I
get that.
understand that.
And it's so funny
Same.
because you look at the obstacle and like I do 9 rated trails already. Like I've done some of the hardest trails in Sand Hollow. Going around this thing is not hard. It's not hard. It's a Sunday drive for a Jeep just going around it. It is all mental. It is 1000% mental. And I mean, I didn't do very well going around it. Like I was freaking out the entire time, but I would say that was the hardest obstacle for me, just mentally getting past it. Yeah, I guess you can call that's a win. I did it.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
definitely a win.
I consider it a win.
I get the mental
consider it a
part
win.
too.
Same.
Yeah.
I've always been open about my anxiety out there. Y'all know stuff like that. Like I watched that video and I think I
Right.
would have been probably worse than you were, Deb. Honestly, like I don't like off camber and I don't like real narrow curbside anything either. Like I've done some other like crazy cool obstacles, but I don't love extreme off camber and cliffside things. No.
Yeah.
Hard pass for me on those. The rest I'm good with.
It's just like tilt whirl and plan B. It's the same way. It like tilts you off camber really, really bad. Like death turn, like all these ones that tilt you off camber. I just don't do good with them. But the whole The whole idea behind it, though, is facing your fears, though. Like,
Yep.
those are the things that really scare me. Like, going up a face, like, yeah, You Gotta Be Nuts was a scary one to do. I may have been, like, shaking for about 5 minutes afterwards. Like, it took a lot of guts to get up that one. But I would rather do You Gotta Be Nuts 100 times than ever do that one again on Flatiron Mesa. I don't know if I ever want to do that one again.
Learning recovery, navigation, and overcoming fear, which I guess we basically just did the overcoming fear part. How about learning recovery? Have you done much on learning recovery yet? I haven't either.
Not much.
Yeah, same.
No, I mean, when Wes rolled, we had a friend that was there with us, and he helped with the recovery. But that is something that I definitely need to learn to do. So, like, having a whole class on, the different shackles and the different recovery tools and everything. So I will say that that is a weakness of mine.
Yeah.
But it's like I've been out to the trails like 4 or 5 times. So there's only so many opportunities to learn that. So
Yeah.
it's on the list
Yeah.
of things to
And
do.
until you're in that situation and really faced with it, it's hard to piece it together. And I know I shared a little bit about Artemis and what the ladies are going to have to do earlier before we got on the show, but this will broadcast after their challenge. I'll make sure. Well, maybe I should just shush. But yes, they're going to have to do some recovery. And
Yeah.
it's interesting and fun. So stay tuned. But
I'm
yeah,
excited.
they're gonna get some real life experience. But anyways, we'll move on to game time, so I don't give anything away in case this hasn't aired. But it's time for trail tags, rapid fire questions, off road style. Everyone answers. No thinking too
Boy.
hard. Just fun. And go. Number 1, first trail you ever willed.
I was at a mud park for my first one ever. I was a mud girly before I was a rock girly. That's how we blew the engine, and that's why we don't touch the mud no more.
Yeah. And how I went to Moab and still found mud at Canes Creek, I'll never know. We actually got stuck in the mud at Canes Creek, but that's another story for another day.
Yes.
But that was the least hard part of Canes Creek, we'll just say, for me, until we got to Hamburger Hill. But for me, my first trail was called Broken Nut, which is here in South Carolina, which
Fun.
here in South Carolina, you know the mud, you're sliding and just trying to avoid that. So Moab wheeling, sticking nice and solid is much different than wheeling here in South Carolina.
Yes.
You just slide if it's been raining. So
Yeah.
Lily, first trail for you.
It was actually in North Carolina. I can't remember the first trail, but I remember the name of the park. Actually, I don't remember. It's like what is it called? Uwari. Uwari. Okay, yeah.
Uwari. Yep.
Then the only name that I remember on that park was Daniel. Was one of the hardest trails in there. I remember that one, and I remember that was crazy. Like back there looking, but now being in other places.
Chrissy will get to go. Daniel's not always open. I think it's open right now, but I'd have to look and see.
Coast wheeling is completely different from West Coast wheeling. Way different. Deb, what about you? What was your first trail?
Well, the first time that, like, when I broke out my back window was at Sand Hollow, but you know how you take that like main road that goes under the highway, and then that first turnoff in Sand Hollow, it's kind of like a little playground area.
Yeah.
So that's where that happened. So I wouldn't call that a trail. So my first official trail was actually Tokerville Falls. So, and I don't know if any of you guys have done that one. It's a beautiful trail there in Hurricane. But yeah, it ends at some really gorgeous waterfalls that you can drive through. It's
I'm
awesome.
all about the scenery. If I'm
Same.
doing a trail, there's got to be some big reward in it for me at the end. A beautiful mountain view. So yeah, I'm all for the waterfalls.
Feel that.
Okay, favorite mod you've installed?
Wait, I feel like I have to answer a certain way here.
Oh yeah, you sort of kind of do.
My steering. My
It's a
Apex
good mod,
steering is my
though.
favorite thing in the world. It is, though. It is. Outside of my music, I love my stereo, if I'm being honest. I don't even think that counts as a mod.
It does
Music
count.
is
It
life
does
for me.
count.
Music is life for
So
me.
counts.
So
Music
it's
is life
like,
for me.
Yes.
There's
like,
so
I
many great
have to.
mods. How do you even choose? So I'm gonna say my KBD fenders, and only because I got to rip off my other ones, and then the KBD is like polyurethane. I don't know. It bends, so they do a bunch of
Yeah.
race car type things, and their vehicles get hit, and they just bounce back.
Yeah.
We
So
love that.
Yeah.
I need that. That's
Yeah.
important for me right
Yes.
here.
That's awesome.
If I'm hitting something, it really does just need to bounce back and not have a big dent in it. So
Right?
that would be my favorite mod right now.
That's awesome. I think I told you girls before, like very simple. I really love my Freedom panels because they're customized.
Yeah.
I can see through
Yes.
them, and here in Washington, I need a lot of sunlight, and it's always raining, so it's nice to always have them like
Yep.
on.
Right.
'Cause I can't take the top off the mask here, so that's like one of my favorite.
I like your clear lids. Those are pretty
do too.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deb, you?
So it's a toss up between two. And I would say steering, but it's already been said. So you already said
Yeah.
it, Chrissy.
Yeah.
So it's either between the PSC steer assist or my sticky Mickeys. So the steer assist, if any
Yeah.
of you guys saw any of my videos from Trail Hero, I could not turn at all. I'd get jammed up on a obstacle and people would be like, turn. I'm like, I can't, you know. But with the PSC now I can. But then the stickies, oh gosh, they stick to everything. So I don't know. It's a toss up. I love both of them. So
Yeah. That's
yeah.
important
Fair.
to be.
Those are
yeah.
both really good ones. So that's fair. Yeah, that's good.
Worst trail snack.
Cheese, man. Cheese. I tried to make a coochie board to bring one time, and the cheese was just not
What
hitting
board?
It's a coochie board.
Cute.
The coochie board.
I might need to bleep that. I'm not sure.
Y'all don't call them that?
You don't call
Y'all don't call them that? It's the best.
I think I will now because I like it.
Look, I even have a wooden one that has a shark on it. It says shark coochie. Yes.
That's
fair.
awesome.
Making coochie, yes. But I tried to be all fancy once and make a coochie board, but the cheese was just not hitting by lunchtime.
Yeah.
So don't pack cheese.
I'm not sure coochie and cheese should go together in the same.
It doesn't. It doesn't. That's why I'm telling you. Don't pack it.
That makes
It
sense.
wasn't that great by lunchtime.
Gosh. I don't even know that anyone else needs to answer at this point. I'm going to
You're
go with
welcome.
Cheetos. Cheetos is the worst because it just
Yeah.
gets all over you. And then, you're wearing, not only you're wearing dirt, you're wearing cheesy dirt.
Yes. Yep. That too. That's a good
I
one.
have to
Oh my
say,
gosh.
like bananas, every time I try to pack a banana to take anywhere with me, they always like get beat up, and I never eat them. And it's like it makes a mess, and then they turn black. But I always feel like maybe this time I will eat it. I will bring it.
How did our snacks go so wrong? The snack segment goes so wrong.
Sorry, I'm still on the whole coochie board. Like I just can't.
Coochie and bananas and cheese. I just,
I'll just say anything chocolate because it just melts, and I'll just
That
leave it at
too.
that.
chocolate, melted
safe.
chocolate,
I can't believe that nobody
coochie,
else has ever heard.
bananas.
Maybe it's just a me thing. I live in my own world. Like I have words for everything. That is a coochie board. You will never hear me call it anything else. Ever.
Melted
need to make a reel
chocolate,
about that,
coochie
Lisa.
boards, and banana. The trail.
Make this
They
stuff
really
up.
do all need to go together. I'm just saying.
That's gonna be a preview clip for Instagram.
Yes, it is. It has to be. Okay.
Shit.
Part you never want to replace again.
So I don't know. I wouldn't really care that much because I'm not the one usually working on my Jeeps. But the time that I help, one of the times that I help, the driveline was a pain in the butt. So it's like I don't know. Like I was like, I don't want to have to replace that again. It would probably will, but yeah. But people
Wait,
break
what was
those
it, Lily? You're cutting out on my side.
time.
Oh,
Drive line.
Yeah.
How about you, Deb?
The PSC was a pain in the ass. It was a pain. It was a pain. We didn't know whether or not it came out the bottom, the side, whatever. It ended up coming up the top. He had to be underneath it. I had to be on top of it, pulling. It was a whole thing. Yeah, it was not fun. Don't
Yeah,
want to do it again.
Doesn't
I
sound
blame
fun.
you none. Blame you none.
Okay, soft top, hard top, or no top?
Soft top.
I like the hard top. I don't know. I don't know. Like I
like the-
love how the Jeep looks with no top, but at the same time, it's like depending. So I don't know. Maybe just like the frill panels
I like
off.
the no
those off.
top, but that's just I like the no top. It does look pretty without the top.
Oh, I love
If
it. with
Texas
the-
didn't fry you alive, I'd probably like no top too.
Yeah.
But summertime ain't it for no top around here, y'all. You won't
Yeah.
survive. It
South
ain't it.
Carolina's hot too with the top, especially with leather seats. But yeah, I still like the way it looks.
Yeah. I only
Going
can do that
fast
one
really
day.
is the best.
It is. It is. It is.
Topless.
not okay.
Top-
But I will say, going topless when it's 20 degrees, do not recommend.
Also not it. Yeah, that's also
Oh,
not
not
it.
it.
I
Nope.
don't
Not it.
recommend that. I don't want to
Then,
be cold. I'd
right.
rather be hot riding.
Me too.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
doing Trail Hero when it was 100 degrees topless, also not
No,
it.
also a no.
No.
And the way I Jeep, which is my fenders and my doors and my hard top all fear for their lives. Soft top is the best compromise.
Yeah.
And why is topless coochie board bananas and chocolate just running through my head right now? I need to move on to the next question. 'Cause I'm really getting distracted.
You're welcome.
Trail you want to conquer next?
I actually don't know. I just like my shit to work for a trail. I think that would be great.
That's a plus. That's definitely a plus.
I feel like the one I set out to conquer the most was Middle Monkey, and I did get to do that at Trail Hero last time. But I don't really know. Like right now, I don't know that I have one. I'm like, oh, I have to go do that.
I would say a hard one. Maybe Pritchett Canyon for me.
That
Has
was
anyone
on
done
my
that one?
list. That one was on my
Okay.
list. Lily's done it. Haven't you, Lil?
Yeah, like 3 times. One I
Yeah.
have to turn around. Yeah.
So there is a turnaround point for Pritchett Canyon.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of turnaround points.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what people was doing this last
Turnaround
time.
points.
They didn't want to go through the desert, so they'll get to a point and turn around. But I can't imagine going down some of those obstacles.
Turn around.
Yeah, turning around. So
Deb,
yeah.
what about you?
It's one of two. I either want redemption on Unforgiven, that's where Wes rolled, or Sanitarium. So that's another 9 rated trail in Sand Hollow. And from what I understand, it's got some serious off camber stuff that I know I'm not going to be okay with, but I want to get it. But I want to get it.
Hell yeah, girl. You're
Yeah.
going to do it
That's
too.
a goal. Yeah, you'll do
I
it.
know you
yeah.
I
will.
just know it. I'm gonna be watching for
Absolutely.
it. It's coming. It's coming. She's
know
she's
one-
giving us a
One
into
trail
the
that I haven't
future.
had a chance to do, and it's really easy, and everybody done it. Is On Top of the World. I did it once at night, but who wants to
Yes.
be there at night?
Yes. Yeah.
I liked
that's
that
it.
one because
It's
there
just
wasn't a ton of
bumpy.
off camber stuff. Yeah, it's just bumpy.
Yeah.
Bumpy.
But it
Bump,
was
bump,
good.
bump.
I enjoyed that one actually.
So
That's
when
what
you
I
guys are
learned, like,
talking
it's
about
like-
Top of the World, so
Mm,
there's Moab,
yeah,
Top of the World, right? But then there's also
Yes.
Sand Hollow, Top of the World. Which one are you guys talking?
Moab,
Moab.
for me.
Okay.
Moab for me
Because
as
the
well.
view there is just amazing. I don't know about the other one, but the view
I don't know
on top
about
of
the
the
Sand Hollow
world
one
and-
either, actually.
The San Hollow one is
It's
like
awesome.
a meeting point.
Is
right?
it?
Right. It's not like yes, it's just like a meeting point. It's not as it's not like a high tall like in Moab, I think.
Okay, word. That
Yes.
checks
You
out.
probably
Yep.
you probably already went through it, Chrissy.
Right,
drove
I
by it.
might have. Trail Hero was a bit of a blur as well. I don't know. I went through 3 brake lines. I don't even know. It was
She was probably there and didn't even know.
Yeah, bye. Drive by person.
Reggie said she's gonna have the whole thing fixed, and I'm really hoping that it's finally gonna be fixed.
She will too.
I have faith. I have faith.
I have faith for the first time in a hot minute, if I'm being honest. Like it's about time. It's about time.
She's got it.
Most underrated off-road tool.
Man, my Easy Fleet system.
Yeah.
That it is nice to be able to get the F up out of there when you're done.
Yeah, when you're ready.
Can
And
I
not
say
have to do
road.
a tire at a time.
Does a
Excellent.
flashlight count?
what do you call the things that you tie things with? What do you call them? I forgot. Toyota always bring them.
Yes, zip ties.
Zip ties.
Oh my
I
gosh.
Yeah.
always did them and I never bring them.
That's true
Can
too.
I keep zip ties at all times. I have zip ties on my Jeep as
Sam.
we speak. But zip ties are very, very important just to
They
hold
are.
things together while you need.
They are. They
It is a
definitely are.
must-have in every length possible. I think we have a
Yes,
whole canister of just
we
zip
do
ties.
too.
Yep.
I think that is going to have to be the most underrated tool, zip ties. That's a win. Yes. Everyone that Jeeps or off-roads needs zip ties. Let's just go
I
ahead and say
agree.
that.
I agree.
Okay. Trail break that made you laugh later.
About that one.
Are you laughing yet, Chrissy?
I mean, I laugh out of insanity a lot. Does that count?
That
It's like you laugh because if you don't, something's gonna break. Probably, honestly, my break line only because at Trail Hero, only because we were out there with Ricky from Nacho Off Road, right? Lighting, my lighting sponsor. And I, to this day, have his vice grips zip tied to my bar in the front because his vice grips were the only thing that got me off the trail. We had to vice grip my brake line closed because it was just gushing like brake fluid everywhere just so I could limp off the trail. And so now I have his vice grips zip tied to my, it's like a trail token now. The rest,
That's great.
I don't even know.
That's
The only
great.
one that we're going to call a good memory at this
A
point.
good memory.
It's the only one we're going to say we laughed about.
I know Lily's got one too. You have
I don't
to
know
from
if I
the
laugh
recent.
about it, and I don't know if you would call this a break. But this last time in Moab, because if you guys know my my bidlocks are they're not real bidlocks. So we're doing Moab rim, and one of the obstacles, I don't know, the tires were really low, so the whole tire came out of the wheel, but it came out like went into the Jeep. And we were right there. If you know more, Rim, like the whole time you're like this. Like it looks like
Of
it's
course.
straight. After you are
Yeah.
there for like, I don't know, 40 minutes, you think everything is straight, but your Jeep is really like this. You get used to it. So yeah, we spent like a lot of time there. It was nighttime. And I don't know how they finally made it to work. They put it back in there. The tire will drop back home. So it was like to me, it was like, wow, that was impressive. I didn't think you were going to be able to make it. I thought we were going to leave the Jeep here. So I don't know.
Lily, do you remember our first Moab and Leanne's whole ass tire went rolling off down the interstate and me and you and Tara were sitting in Tara's Jeep and we were on the side of the road with Leanne? Do you remember that?
Gosh, yes.
We laugh about that one a lot now. It was not funny at night in Moab, like 10 o'clock. You can't see shit. Literally, she's driving back to our Airbnb and the whole fucking driver's front tire just went right on down the highway in front of her. And we're sitting in Tara's Jeep, and it's me, Lily, and Tara. And we had some drinks back then. It was a very fun evening on the side of the road, though. That was
Yes, it was really nice actually because the girls were there inside the truck just laughing, having a good
Yeah.
time.
I know. We were having a
The
lovely
adults were
time. I
looking
know
at the
everybody else wasn't, but we were having a great time.
That was a good memory. Yeah, it was a good laugh.
That was a good
That
laugh.
was awesome.
Wasn't my break, but it was still a good laugh.
Yeah, we didn't break,
No.
but we were there supporting.
I mean, she
Well, that's-
laughs about it now too, but it was at the
that's the
time
thing,
one of
though.
those things where it's like, what?
Yeah,
How the fuck
because
did you lose a whole ass wheel?
Halt.
she broke on the trail too. I think it was House Revenge, and we were there on trails for hours. And when they finally fixed it, we got down, and then she broke again. So it's like we were with her the whole day.
Yes. Yes. It was a thing. So we've had some memories, man. We've been through some shit.
That's what makes it eventful and fun. I love it. That's awesome. How about you, Deb?
Breaking out the back window, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew it was going to happen too. What's funny is if you actually look at the video, it's my coworkers recording it, and I like straight up and down. This is the very first time I'm like straight up and down on an obstacle. And I look at my coworker. He's my good friend. He's actually the one that recorded Wes doing the rollover. And I look at him and I'm like, what about this spare tire? And he looks back and he's just like, it should be fine. It should be like, I thought of it. Like I knew it, right?
Yeah.
And as I was coming down, like, and it just going through the back window, I'm like, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I felt really bad. Coworker still to this day feels terrible about it, but I laugh about it because it's like, this is what got me into Jeeping in the first place. So I absolutely laugh about it. Like it's like the best happy accident to ever happen. So yeah.
That's a good story. April?
I messed up my sidestep pretty good in Moab. I couldn't tell you where or when, but the best ones are, I can't even really, I have to jump up in my Jeep currently because it's like so cattywampus. So just when you find something that's completely broken you didn't really even know about, you like fall out your Jeep. I mean, you have to laugh. You have to laugh. Where did it go? Where did it even go?
Where did it?
Yeah, that's my current problem in the last few days.
I love it.
And minus all these zip ties holding things together.
There's so many places
yeah.
it could be. There's so many places.
You have to laugh. Okay, garage or trail, which one tests your patience more?
I don't garage, so the trail.
The trail.
Yeah, I love the trail.
I know Lily garages some.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I'm there. Sometimes okay, sometimes I don't like it when I'm there because I'm telling them what to do, and I was like, you don't know what you're doing. But I still want to tell you what to do. I don't know. It's like there's a lot of times that I want to, get involved, and other times that I really don't want to get involved. Depends. What I like to do is record in the garage and record everything in the process.
Record
and
the garage.
I don't get to do that. So yeah.
So they both could test your patience because when you want to record and they won't allow you to record, that's frustrating.
I guess if something breaks on the trail, sometimes people doesn't want me to record, and I want to record like everything.
But I've seen you do some stuff in the garage. I've definitely seen you. You don't give yourself enough credit.
Basic. Well, okay. So the way I see it is like I've been in this industry for so long. I should know more by now because I always there. But I'm gonna tell you something. Honestly, the way that I learned the most is because at the beginning I started doing like, okay, like I'm gonna start working on the Jeep, kind of fake ranging. And I was like fake ranging a lot for insurance for wheels and stuff. Like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and then you finish it. Yeah. And I did it so much that I learned some things. So there's a lot of things that is like, okay, I
that counts.
Them. Yeah.
It counts. I say it counts.
Does count.
I'm not even willing to fake it, so I say it counts.
It counts.
I think it counts.
I invented the fake ranging.
The day y'all see me installing something, the day y'all see me installing anything, send help because it is not me. It's not me. It's not me. I'm telling you right now. It's not me.
Oh. How about you? Garage or trail?
Garage 100%.
Garage
100%. And I don't wrench at all, but yeah, I see all the frustration and everything, and then trying to keep these people entertained on TikToks. Yeah. I would much rather be out on the trail with you girls and just having fun. Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
I think I'd say the garage as well. I grew up, you guys know, my dad had a body shop. So next door to our house. But I mean, we were always, walking back and forth in the shop. He needed something, spent weekends at the salvage yard. I mean, so I've grown up seeing the frustrations, helping when I can, and even now on my own Jeep. So, and the biggest frustration for me is when you have a part that you think is going to go on super easy and it does not, and you end up spending hours. I won't say the bumper that I spent hours and hours on trying to get it installed on the first time. And it's a big company and it's a nice bumper. That thing should just it should just slide on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's make it easy. But when they don't just go on quickly and easily and you haven't planned enough time, that would be the frustration. Yeah.
I've learned the frustration of holding the flashlight.
Now
I understand.
I can't even be bothered for that. No, you're not even going to catch me doing that.
That's probably my That's how I grew up, holding the flashlight for my dad. So probably that is honestly, I might need therapy, and that's probably the root of all my issues. That's
a damn
awesome.
flashlight.
That's
So,
awesome.
quick shout out to today's sponsor, Jedco. Thank you again. We love them for
Yes.
supporting us, whether welding, grinding, or fabricating your dream build from the ground up. Jedco has the gear, the grit, and the goods to keep your projects rolling. We definitely love their support for hands-on builders, especially
Yeah.
women making their mark in the garage and on the trail. So, thank
Yes.
you, Jedco, for helping make this podcast possible and supporting all of these lovely, lovely women.
Thank you,
Words of
Jedco.
yes, thank you, Jedco. So, words of wisdom, Lily, you want to lead us into that
Words of wisdom.
for Deb?
Wisdom. Okay, so hold on, I think I got lost for a minute. Okay, so Deb, you build a family, a business, and a brand with grit under your nails and a GoPro in your hand. What would you say to the woman listening who's scared to start?
What I would say to them is it's never too late to start. I'm 45 years old and I understand that most people start this stuff when they're like in their 20s or whatever, but you know what? Never too late to start. Just because you're a female doesn't mean that you can't wheel. I'll tell you what, some of the best wheelers that I've seen out there are females. So get out there, do it. Get out there, try. If you're afraid to wrench, try it. That's really all I can say. Like nobody starts perfect, but you know what? That's what makes your story worth telling.
I agree. I love
And
that.
you don't learn until you do. So,
Exactly.
Yep.
and
I
even
love
if
that
it's
too.
like Lily says, starting in the garage and making a cute reel, you're still learning, you know?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you have this knowledge that you didn't start with. So that's really, really cool. I love that. Any last encouragement for women out there besides what you've shared?
From me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I would say don't be afraid to try. When you push yourself past your comfort zone, you find out exactly who you are. Do the hard obstacles. It will test the type of person you are and it will teach you what you're capable of doing and you will feel more proud of yourself. Reach out to those people and make friends with people that will support and uplift you. There are many people out there, just like the women here on this podcast, that are there for you. There's an entire community out there that is out there to support you and is there for you. If it doesn't scare you, then you're not growing. Do things that scare you. Do things that push your comfort zone so that you can see the type of woman who you really are, and you have no idea how proud of yourself you'll be once you're able to accomplish those things that you're so afraid of doing. Go out there and just do the things that scare you, just because you will find out the type of woman and the type of person you are when you do.
Love
I
that.
love that. I second that.
Beautifully
That's
said.
great advice.
Awesome. Dave, thank you for being here, for keeping it real, and for showing us what it looks like to grow alongside the people you love.
Yes. And Deb,
Absolutely.
you've
Thank you so
taken
much.
family time and turned it into something powerful, proof that learning and adventure don't stop when the kids leave the house. You've inspired us all to get out there, build something, and be brave enough to hit the trails.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been such an honor to be here with you fine ladies. I appreciate it. Seriously.
We've
Thank you.
definitely enjoyed it. You're wonderful. How can people find out more about Beaman Builds?
So we are on all the major networks, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that at Beaman Builds. Beaman spelled like be a man, but yeah, be a man. It's really, really easy to remember. But yeah, that's where you can find us is Beaman Builds, and we would love to have you part of our community. We're starting a whole movement, a whole community. We're calling them the Beaman Builders. So building up the brand, building up the community and everything, and Wes teaching people how to build, and then the community building up the brand. So I would love for anyone who wants to join us. Yeah.
Awesome.
And
Love
I
that.
second that. The videos are great. So I do say it's a great one to follow with for sure.
Thank
I've
you. I
learned a lot
appreciate
just by watching y'all. So, yes, thank you so much. Definitely continue to share. We will keep tuning in. But thank you all as well for tuning in with us. Keep tagging us in your builds, your trail rides, and your learning moments. We'll be right here cheering you on. Until next time, stay bold, stay muddy, stay unstoppable. This is Women Off-Road Warriors. Remember to like and subscribe.